Hey, what's up, my brothers and my sisters? This is Martin here. And before I go on with the video, let's just take a look and appreciate the view that we have behind us, because it's absolutely beautiful today. It's a fantastic morning. So yesterday I had this experience that I would like to talk to you guys about, because I believe this is going to hold a lot of value. I used to struggle with this myself personally. So it's going to be about being able to tell the difference between constructive criticism and hate, or toxic people, as people like to call it in this soft-ass society today. Because when you're on your journey to success, this is unavoidable. This is bound to happen. You will catch some heat. You will catch criticism, and people will talk shit about you when they see that you have potential, and when they see that you are trying to improve your lives, that they chose not to, okay? In ways that they chose not to. So yesterday I had this experience. I was talking to, I'm not gonna say who it is, but he's a guy, he's about 70 years old. He's sick, and he's been single for the past 2 years. His ex-partner actually wanted to separate from him. And so I was telling him my life dreams, my life goals, excuse me. I was telling him my life dreams, my goals, my ambitions, and so on. And he was constantly criticizing me and bashing me for living my life the way I chose it to live. And at some point it really got heated. He was being negative, okay? But once he was done, I just took a little glance at him and I was like, dude, do I really want to take advice from a guy like that? Really? He's old, he hasn't really achieved too much. He just sort of lived his life. And now he has a lot of insecurities, and he's projecting them onto me. That's really what's happening here. That's really what happened right there at that exact moment. And this happens a lot with older people, especially when they're like, let's say 60 and up. Because people in that age group usually have a lot of regrets. They never really did too much. And so when they see that you're young and hungry and that you want to reach big things, it makes them feel insecure, and they will project their own beliefs onto you and how you should live your life, right? This is gonna happen. And you know, even though he was repeating to me that he's doing it for my best, right? He wants the best intentions for me, but that was clearly not the case. So I want to tell you guys about the difference between the two, between constructive criticism and hate, or just when people have bad opinions of you. Constructive criticism is when people do criticize you, but they back it off by being the example. They set the example. And I can name two people here. I have my own dad and my mentor. My dad used to be really, really tough on me, especially on me and my brother, but he did it with the best intentions. He really wanted the best for us. He always wanted us to live the highest possible standard. He never wanted us to slack off. And even though, if you were to look at our childhood and our upbringing from the third perspective, you would be like, oh, he was just mentally abusive. And I think he was a little bit, but looking back at it, I learned a lot from my own dad. He set the example for our family. And also the other guy, one of my mentors, he has a big company. He's around my dad's age, and he's a successful guy. And when he talks to me, he's saying good things about me, but when he sees I'm slacking off in something or in one area, he's not afraid to tell me where I'm slacking off. He's going to point it out to me. And that's real love. Because people who truly care about you, they back it off. They don't just badmouth you, but they actually tell you good things about yourself as well. And they show it with their actions too. On the other hand, hate and or bad-mouthing you is not the same thing. It depends on who it's coming from. If the person who's criticizing you has the life that you want, has the outcome that you want, then it's the right criticism. If you want to be a football player, a soccer player, and your coach used to play football for a long time, excuse me, he can tell you, okay man, your dribbling is not the best. You have to improve your running dribbling. You have to improve your shot when you're shooting towards the left post. Okay, your running form is not correct. You have to fix it with the ball. You got to make sure that you lift your head up and breathe in and breathe out properly. Okay, that's constructive criticism. Or if you want to run a marathon and you're running with other experienced runners who've been running marathons for years, and they're telling you, okay man, you should make sure that you should make sure that you run with a straight posture. Excuse me. You got to make sure that you run with a straight posture. You got to make sure that you land properly. Your feet land that exact way. You got to make sure that you eat the right type of foods before you run. Okay, they're experienced. They're telling you from real knowledge. They have wisdom now. That's the difference, because they have wisdom now. But when they're not qualified to give you advice, when they don't have the life that you want, or they don't have the outcome that you want, then why the fuck are you listening to them? Why? Guys, stop being stupid. This hurts a lot, especially when it comes from your family members and your relatives, or people who are closest to you, because they see you on a daily basis. And when they see that you want to reach big things, when you want to reach new heights, when you want to achieve these big things, it will usually make them insecure. That's how it is. And they will project their own disbeliefs and they will project their own insecurities onto you to make you doubt yourself, to make you feel less of you. And this is going to happen. So you got to protect yourself. You got to have that mental shield in a way. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to the noise. The crowd is usually wrong for the most part. Like, look at Hitler. Hitler is a perfect example. I don't want to be too harsh here, but when people lived in Hitler's era, they believed he was the right guy. The Nazis, the people who lived in Germany in the 1940s, they used to believe that Hitler was the right guy. That he had the right opinions of Germany. That he had the proper mindset. That they had the proper thinking of him. They knew that he actually wanted the best for them. But was that really the case or not? And I can guarantee you, there are probably people who still live in Germany, the very old Germans who are like, let's say 80 and up, who, if you actually were to ask them about these things, they would still hold onto their beliefs that Hitler was the right guy, that the Nazis were correct, that their beliefs about the world and the Jews and how they wanted to control the world was the correct way to run the world. And even if you were to travel to Argentina, where a lot of Nazis flee to, you would experience the same thing, which is crazy, right? And I mean, I don't want to make this too political here about who's right or not, but you see where I'm coming from, right? Because people usually don't know what they don't know. They don't have that awareness. And like my boy Wes Watson likes to say it, hypothetical is hypocritical. So if they don't have the life or the results that you want, why the fuck are you listening to them? I don't care who it comes from, even if it's your dad, your mom, your grandpa, your grandma, your family members, your best friends, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boss. I don't give a fuck who it is. If they don't have the result or the life that you want, stop fucking listening to them. They're not qualified, okay? And if they think they are, they're stupid, okay? Let's be fucking real here. Because I'm sick and tired of this. I see this all the time. Like, the one thing I hate the most about life or people is when they're hypocritical. You know, they're giving you all the advice on how you should live your life, how you should be more spiritual, how you should be more noble and, you know, caring. Fuck that shit. You know, the internet has made, like, the internet has made people way too comfortable. People are so fucking soft today. Like, when they see that someone has real potential, they can make a true difference. Instead of supporting them and encouraging to go towards their dreams, they will badmouth them and put doubt in their mind. They will talk shit about them. They will gossip about them. They will be very judgmental of how they chose to live their own life. Like, fuck all that shit. Stop listening to the fucking noise. I'm sorry for the swearing, but I'm mad when it comes to this topic. I fucking hate these hypocrites who are telling you how to live your life. Okay? You chose to live your life your way? Okay, fine. Do it. If you're happy with being a wagey and working for $4,000 a month, okay, fine. You want to drive a beater car, you want to have a fat wife, you want to have a 2 who's Gorlock the Destroyer, okay, fine, no problem. But I don't want to live my life that way. I want to be the best in every area. I don't want to let myself down. And that's how you got to believe of yourself, guys. Like, stop listening to all the noise, because the crowd is wrong. Only listen to people who are actually qualified. That's why I don't talk about things I'm not experienced in. I've been working out for 7 to 8 years now. If you've seen me in real life, you know I'm a pretty big guy. I'm a monster. And I'm a very mentally tough individual. That's why I love talking to you guys in that way. Because I'm experiencing this. I'm proud of who I am. And I'm not afraid to offend people and to, you know, make people feel insecure about because I am the way I am. Guys, really, improve your lives and stop listening to these people. Do your thing. Like, do you really think that people believed in the Wright brothers when they invented the airplane? Do you think Sylvester Stallone had any supporters when he was fucking homeless and he was writing the script for Rocky? And he also had to sell his dog and buy him back again once he became famous? Like, do you think he had any supporters? Do you think people cared for him? No. It's a dark, dark journey. And you're going to be alone for a really long time. It's a lonely path. I've made a video about this earlier. Like, when you choose to be extraordinary in your life, when you choose to live a extreme life, you're going to be different. And you're going to make people insecure just because you are the way you are. Or do you think that Oprah Winfrey had any support at 23 when she got fired from her job? Like, imagine firing a girl like her. Like, she's a billionaire today, okay? The same thing can be said for Walt Disney, the guy who invented Disney. He got fired from a newspaper company for not having enough imagination. Like, see, this is why, at the end of the day, people's opinions of you don't hold any value at all. Because people are wrong all the time. It's just opinions, okay? That's all it is. People will talk all the time. People will talk about you even if you do the right thing, and people will also talk about you when you do the wrong thing. It is just the way it is. And so I really got emotional with this message because I really care for you guys. I really want the best for you. And stop listening to all these motherfucking idiots out here who are telling you to live your life their way, okay? To just be a regular Joe and just fit in. Like, stop listening to that. Okay. And I want to leave you with this quote that comes from Nas, the rapper. People fear what they don't understand and hate what they can't conquer. Keep that in mind. Have a wonderful day.